Hello, good afternoon. I hope we are happy this Friday afternoon, and I know that Friday many people are planning to go and joke everything. Yeah, that's good. It's nice. I'm so happy. I'm so excited to do this video of today because it's something that many people neglect, but it's very important. January is usually very long. That's what people say. January very long, but when January finishes and February steps in, February is usually very fast, and before you know it, the year is over. But there are 5 questions that I want us to answer before February ends. And if you want to take it too long, it should just be first week of March. You have to answer this question, and it should be done maybe some kind of spiritual retreat. You go somewhere very calm. You take some kind of retrospect. You go somewhere. I remember when we were in school, there was something called inspection, and the senior prefects will come to dormitories and inspect and make sure that everything is okay. That's what we have to do to ourselves, a kind of personal check to make sure that we are in line with our purpose or our goals, all of those things. So, but before you do all of this, there are these 5 questions that you have to answer. Why is it important? Because when you answer these questions, you are going to know yourself more. You are going to move with self-confidence. For us to be successful in life, we have to answer these 5 questions. And I will love that everyone who is watching this video, you make sure you pick up your pen and your paper and write all of these questions and find time to answer them. Question number one. Who am I? Who am I? Who are you? Sometimes you ask someone who are you, and the person is going to tell you what they do. It's not about what you do. That's why sometimes people, when they lose their job or they lose their identity that they are carrying with them, they become frustrated because they think that they identify themselves with their job or with their career. Who are you? You have to answer this question. For me, I answer that. How do I answer that question? I am a spirit. I am love. I am man. Man, which is a spirit. I was created in the image of God, which means that God, they said God is love, which means that I am pure love, pure peace. So if I'm moving around identifying myself as the image of God, what in the whole wide world can intimidate me? Is there anything that I can't do if I was born in the image of God? That's the identity that we can never lose. You can lose anything, like an accountant, a lawyer, whatever we can lose. But this identity as a creation of God or image of God, we can never lose. Okay? That's how I answer mine. How do you answer yours? So make sure you answer this question. Who am I? Very important. It seems easy, but let me tell you guys, it's not. It's a difficult question to answer. Number 2 question: where am I from? Where am I from? In fact, this is another question that many people misunderstand. Where am I from? For example, someone like me, I'm from a very far village in Bamenda. Not even in Bamenda. After Bamenda, you go to Ndu. After Ndu, you go again. In fact, you can just skip from my village to Nigeria. So, imagine that small village. If I have to identify myself in Douala by that small village, which means that I'll be intimidated. If someone's village is Bonakwizo or Bonanjo, how can I identify? How can I look at that person? I'll feel low. But how do I identify myself? For example, when Jesus was asked, where are you from? What did he say? I came down from heaven. I came down from heaven. So, and many people will say, we know you. We know your mother. We know your father. You are from Nazareth, Jerusalem, Nazareth. We know you. But Jesus could not identify Nazareth, very small town. He did not identify himself as from Nazareth. He identified himself as he's coming from heaven. You know, when someone creates a good, you identify the way you find, the way you enjoy, or the way you value that item is usually sometimes from the manufacturer. If you have a Rolex watch, I'm sure everybody who has a Rolex watch knows that they have a Rolex watch because of the value, because it was made by Rolex. If someone is moving around with a Ferrari car, he knows that he's having a Ferrari car. So when you're moving around, understanding that you're coming from God, which kind of guarantee do you have? But if you are moving around thinking that you're coming from identifying yourself, I'm from Cameroon, I'm from Africa. That's why Africa is called Mother Africa. Anyway, I don't know if that's the reason, but I'm happy that it's called Mother Africa. So I'm from Mother Africa, but my identity comes from my father, who is God, universe, Allah, whatever thing you want to call that supreme being. That is where I identify myself. So when you move around identifying yourself that you are coming from a higher position, nothing intimidates you. You move around with confidence, with self-confidence, every wonderful stuff. Now, the next question that you have to answer is, why am I here? Why are you here? Now, the greatest strategy in life is to be born and not knowing why. It's crazy for us to be living and not understanding why we're born. In fact, that's why sometimes we allow ourselves to be abused, to work in certain kind of jobs that we are not happy, or doing some crazy stuff because we do not understand why we're here. In fact, scientists say that when a man when there's this copulation and then the sperms are released, it is usually 600 million sperms. In fact, 600 million sperms. Now, if God decided that it is this particular one that has to fertilize this egg for you to come to this earth, do you really think it's for nothing? Or do we really think it's just to get up one morning and then cook food for somebody, the person goes to work and the person comes back, your job is to go and give him bisou and then come back and give him food, he eats the next day? That's all about your own life? Or yours is just to make sure that you go to work, come back, work anything that you're not really happy, pay bills, and one day something happens and you die? No. There is a particular purpose. Someone said that there are two most important days of our lives: the day you were born and the day you discover why. How? Now, I have a series on how to discover your purpose. I think I'll do that video for you guys, how to discover your purpose. Because when you discover your purpose, then you're living a kind of goal-oriented life or mission-oriented life. And when you start living a mission-oriented life, life becomes so interesting. Life is so sweet. You get up in the morning and you just want to move because you are so happy doing what you're doing. You're living a fulfilling life. So I urge you to answer this question: why was I born? Take a retrospect, take a spiritual retreat. If you want, you can fast to make sure that you answer this question. I cannot insist so much. Guys, when you answer why, it will literally save your life. Trust me on that. Know why you were born. It's very important. The next question is, what can I do? What can you do? It's a function of potential. Many people don't understand their potential. That's why they do certain things in life. When you understand your potential, that when you understand why you were born, you will know that God has already given you the seed that is required for the tree in you to grow, so that it will bear the fruits that is going to serve humanity. So it's good to discover your potential. potential, the things you can do, the innate talent, potential is unexploited talent, unexploited capacity, docile ability, all of those things that are in us that we have not yet exploited. That's still our potential. And when we discover that, we move around with confidence. And it's usually tricky when you can do so many things. Someone like me, I can sing. I used to sing reading from the Oasis. It was a very wonderful moment in my life. We used to sing. I am a good comedian. I've done comedy so much. I'm a good presenter, emceeing, all of this kind of stuff. I can train, I can do marketing, sales, online, all of this wonderful stuff, I can do them. But I discovered that when you do all of these things at the same time, it's very difficult for you to succeed. I've understood that successful people have something very important: focus and clarity. When you're clear about what you want to do, success becomes easier for you. So I decided, no, I did a spiritual retreat. I said, no, these two, I'm going to do them until when the seed, I nurture the seed and make it grow to develop the tree and bear wonderful fruits to attract people to come and get the fruits. When they get the fruits, normally you start making money, all of those wonderful stuff. So that's what I'm doing now. So I urge you, if you have so many skills, so many potential that you want to exploit, make sure you do it step by step. Do not take all at the same time. So it's a very important question for us. So what can I do? So we have greatness within us. We have wonderful music, songs, and that's why they say the richest place on earth is the cemetery, because many people are dying without doing the thing that they can do, without writing that song, without writing that script, without acting that movie, without creating that company, without doing that wonderful invention, without so many things that we die without doing them because we do not understand what we can do. Very important. We have to discover that. When we discover that, it's really going to change our lives. The next question is, where am I going? Where am I going? This is a function of our destiny, function of goals, vision, all of these great things. Now, it is very important for us at every time, maybe start of the year, we have goals for the year. And we cut it out every month, every week, every day as objectives. Now, when you put all of this and then you stretch it like 10 years or 20 years, it becomes a vision. We need to have a vision for ourselves. I always say that I have to be the photo victor of my family, because in fact, when you come from a modest family and then you see a rich family, you understand what it means. You will fight to make sure that your family gets out of the poverty misery. So, where am I going? It's very important for us to have goals, to focus our minds on these goals. Imagine if you're playing a football match without an idea that you have to score goals. Or imagine if you're targeting nothing. It's crazy. Imagine a ship in the sea they don't know where they are going. There's no course. There's no lane that they are following. Where would that ship go? Nowhere. That's why so many things are happening. Many people, life just happens to them. Life does not happen from them. So it's very important for us to have these goals. We have to have these goals. It's very important, especially end goals, which are that kind of spiritual goals and all of that. So it's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Now, just a quick retrospect, quick summary. Who am I? First question we have to answer. Who are you? Make sure you answer that question. The next thing is, where am I from? Where are you from? Do you identify yourself from some small village, or do you identify yourself from the supreme place where you're coming from? Why am I here? Why are you here? You have to answer that question. It's a function of your purpose. When you discover your purpose, why you were born, then life becomes easier for you. In fact, purpose determines everything. Purpose determines the kind of man you're going to get married to, the kind of woman you get married to, the kind of job you do, what are the kind of things you eat, what are the kind of things, the kind of friends you have. Your purpose determines all of that. If you want to become a footballer and then you're moving around with people like me, then you cannot become a footballer. That's just normal. So purpose determines everything. The next question is, what can I do? What can you do? It's a function of your potential. You need to discover your potential. You need to discover your seed so that you nurture it, water, put all the water, all the fertilizer that it needs for it to grow and bear fruits that humankind is going to benefit from. The next question is, where am I going? Where are you going to? That is a function of your goals, your vision. Very important, especially for us men. We need to have visions. Women do not like men who do not have visions. A woman wants to follow a man who has a vision. That's why you see sometimes women hate men who do not know where they are going to. But when you discover your purpose, you have a vision, the woman just comes in and supports you to achieve that goal or that vision. So it's very important for us to have this vision in our lives. So that's what I want to share today. We are here again in the Market Insights office, and now every week we're going to be doing some of these videos to make sure that we stay in the right momentum during the year. Enjoy your weekend. Make sure you do whatever. Live life always with energy and purpose, and make sure that you enjoy everything. Thank you guys. Bye bye. See you next time. Ciao, 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 ciao.